Okay, so our first game, Pyramid Poker.
Great game.
We're talking. This is a strictly 2-player game where you are obviously building a pyramid out of poker tiles, not chips, not cards.
Not cards. So there are these nice chunky wooden blocks that represent cards in a poker hand. Mm-hmm. There's 2 wild cards in it. Each person takes 15. You put them face down, and then you put them one at a time facing you. The other person sitting opposite you, they're putting them so you can't see what they have up there, and you build the pyramid up. And then it's the best winner of 3 hands. Mm-hmm. And you're going to build it from down to the top. So you're like, I don't know what this card is, but I know my card sucks. So.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes choosing that random card from the opponent is really like the best move. So there is a lot of like randomization. Like it makes it feel more like dynamic to me because you're basically playing 3 games of poker real quick in a row. It is just 2 players, so because I don't think 2-player Texas Hold'em would be very fun.
It's called Heads Up.
Oh, really?
Heads Up Texas Hold'em. Oh shit.
Did you do it?
No.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so this game was designed by Aaron Weisblum and
Norman Woods. Great guy.
He really wanted to say that one because it was easy to pronounce. This game was made this year, 2017. It is a quick little game, so 15-30 minutes. It's a nice 2-player filler. I would say it would fit nice in a game night if like 2 people just kind of maybe showed up like later, something to fill in, like waiting for another game, because it's fun, it's dynamic, but
so
it's really quick.
You'd call it a filler.
I would call it very much a filler.
It fills that poker genre that I miss.
Fills a niche.
I'm a poker player, and I miss that. This fills a little bit of it. Mm-hmm. Start playing for money here soon. Throwing down some dollar bills, yo.
It is definitely not going to, fill that same place as Texas Hold'em, or any other kind of like game night. But it is really fun. I just put on my hat.
Chicken shit. Hold it to your face.
But yeah, you said this game was about like $15.
$15, very cheap. Nice wooden pieces on it. Heavy game as far as it weighs a lot.
It is definitely a heavy. It is wood. It is a box of
wooden pieces.
Wooden pieces. That was funnier.
That's not one.
Listen, I've been shot in real life. Represent. Where's my scar?
He's like, I gotta find it.
I gotta find it.
Minuscule.
Right there. I've been shot.
Right under that freckle.
So recommended if people like poker, you have like 2-player kind of, you need that niche filled. Yeah, I would say recommend it.
Sure.
So Cult of the Old?
Cult of the Old.
Cult of the Old.
Eric just texted how shooting is so appropriate right now with the snow.
We should just send him a picture. Our mail should go out to Eric.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shooting's going well.
Shooting's going well. So now we're going to talk about Tiny Epic Western. Mm-hmm. And let me ask you, Cameron, real quick. What's your favorite music?
What is my favorite type of music?
What's the delay? Oh, jeez.
That was like twice?
Behind your head. Come on. Anyway, I like Western music. That was the answer.
That was a hard question.
No, that's why.
That's a lie. So Tiny Epic Western, in the Tiny Epic franchise, developed by Scott Alms, developed by Gamelin Games. As always, the Tiny
Who else designed it?
I don't know.
You don't know? I thought there was 2 companies. Maybe you should look.
No, just Gamelin.
Is it just Gamelin?
Yeah, just Gamelin.
Endeavor. Damn it.
Yeah.
If it's Dever,
That backfired on you, sir.
you let me know, Dever.
That wasn't in your head either, chicken. Far away, son.
Joe, this thing is filled with oxygen.
Whoa,
It's filled
explosive
with
oxygen.
Chicken shit.
But this comes in the Tiny Epic family.
Yeah, fair.
Which have been great games. It is
They're-
my favorite.
Except for.
Well, yeah, except for Tiny Epic Kingdoms, I felt was flat.
And I think that was one of his first ones. And I'll
was.
say that Galaxies is one of my favorite solo games. This does have a solo variant, but I haven't played
Yeah.
it. So I don't really know how it is, but I know Galaxy solo variant is amazing.
And I don't know much about solo variants because my wife will actually play games with me.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh,
I'd have to-
That was a burn.
what?
That was a burn.
He's not married.
It's hot hair.
Kyle? It's because Kyle is a good teacher. Oh, no. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
But-
I'm just kidding.
Man,
Kyle,
So you're making
heat.
You're making poker hands in this game, based on worker placement. It is worker placement, right?
Get it closer to your head, bitch.
It is a little bit of like worker placement, but really you're vying for control over like each building, and you're using poker hands doing 3-hand variant. So they have a different, I don't know, like
Suits?
different suits.
Different suits.
There's a sheriff star, like a bullhead, horseshoe, that kind of stuff, and they're each ranked differently.
So
So
what's the best ranking hand?
I believe it is the bull.
No, I mean in poker. Just like in
Best
this,
hand.
what's the best 3 hands that you could have
The best hand you can have in poker
in that 3-card game?
in the three of a kind.
It's a straight flush. We didn't spin it before either, did we?
No.
I think it's exactly that was a mistake.
I
You know what? Kenneth, spin it next time.
thank you, Kenneth. You know, this I think is a game that really works best at 4. I didn't play it at any other number, but like 4 really makes a lot of sense with everything kind of being open. You have a lot of like, really like land grab for certain spots. Really makes it more competitive. I really like this game at 4.
And what this game does has a hidden problem in it that a lot of games don't. If you don't know poker, it's not going to be that fun of a game.
Really not.
It's going to be frustrating because you don't know what's going to beat what. Do you need to have some knowledge? It gives you what poker hands beat what poker hands, but it's still, if that's not something you do a lot, it's kind of tough.
It's learning a whole other like core mechanic into a whole other game.
Yeah.
So that can be frustrating, especially if you're the only person like behind on that. So
Yeah.
it's frustrating. So definitely keep that in mind. However, aside from that, Tiny Epic Games, they're relatively inexpensive because it is good solo 1 to 4. Like this does play a good variety of people. I would recommend this. Do
Good
it.
thumbs up. Very good.
Don't do accents. God, it's so bad. You should have to pull the trigger for an accent.
No, I did not make a mistake.
Stop it.
So now we're going to go to the Cult of the Ancient.
Do the letter for America.
So let's welcome back our viewer mail.
Viewer
of course,
mail.
we didn't have one last week because
We're being jerks.
we
We weren't listening to our populace.
You just ripped it up.
So this comes from a gentleman named Eric Ritter, which I believe is John Ritter's son.
If all the rumors are true,
Yeah, he is in the theater. I don't know what that means, but he asks, "Shadows over Camelot, is it a great game, or is it just god awful?" I'm gonna be honest with you, Eric. I haven't played it. It's crap. Now, here's the problem.
shadows over crap a lot.
Yeah, here's the problem, and this is a gaming problem. We're gonna get deep right here.
Okay.
There's a lot of people when they don't like a game that you like, they take it personally. Like they offended you as a person because you didn't like their game.
Their game, yeah.
The only people who should get offended by that are people who made the game.
I agree.
Like when we don't like a game, all I'm really insulting is
the design.
the designer.
Yeah.
I would never insult Justin's horrible taste in Battlestar Galactica.
I would never do that.
Never do it. Doesn't make Justin a horrible person.
Doesn't make him bad or evil. Doesn't make him a silent.
It just makes him an unfortunate person with taste. Anyway, we're going to talk about this last game. Some Battle Line. Battle Line. The worst box, and here's why it's the worst box. It's boring looking, and you think it's a war game.
You almost think it's a Euro because of how much brown is in it.
It's got so much brown.
So much brown.
Anyway, it looks like it's a GMT game. GMT Games makes war games.
Makes?
They make some war games.
He makes some boards games.
Man, this is it, isn't it?
Oh no, I think
It's so tiny. Can you?
Wait, don't lose it. There's like a piece on your shoulder.
Oh, yes.
I got a picture.
So Cameron's going to win the challenge, but we're still going to do this last one.
That one's losing air. It was not that small. Cars.
Yeah,
We'll have to do it quick. Oh!
Oh my god.
No. So we're talking about Battleline. Battleline is a game of poker. Mm-hmm. You're trying to make the best poker hands and beat the other person.
You're basically having like a middle ground,
Maybe even a battle line.
a battle line, so to speak. On one side, one player is, basically doing kind of like set collection. On the other side, you're doing that set collection, you son of a bitch. And and once you have no possibility of losing on one side,
And you can prove it, yeah.
You can prove that there is beyond a shadow of a doubt you're going to win because there are finite numbers of cards and colors. You win that suit.
Six
and
colors,
it's three.
and there's 10 of each, so 60 cards total.
Right. So I mean, it's pretty easy to like see when a suit's running out because there are only 6 of them.
So when you play, you're trying to win either 5 battles, individual battles, or 3 battles in a row. You set up 9 battles
On the battle.
Yeah. On your turn, you have to play a card, which is frustrating, and then you draw a card. So you always have a hand of cards. You got to play the card, and you may want to be saving some of these cards, and you can't do anything with it, or you got to play a card that kind of screws up everywhere else, and it's a bummer. So,
Why do you have the gun?
because I already lost.
He's already lost, so he's just shooting it at random just to mess with me.
I don't think
No,
that's
it's fine.
true.
It's
I think
funny.
that is true.
I think it's funnier this way.
That gun over to Karen.
I don't think that's true at all.
I think it's funnier.
Absolutely true. You cheaterhead.
Oh dear. So Battle Line is a pretty short game, 30 minutes, and again,
Yeah.
if that. It really depends. If you can get 3 in a row real quick, this could be a 5-minute game.
Yep. Had a reprint by
How do you pronounce that reprint?
Tasty Minstrel Games did it. They reprinted it.
What game is it?
It's called Schlocken Skirts.
Knockin' Skirts?
Scottish Skirts. Scottish.
Schlocken.
That's pretty inspired. This needs to fire. Go. Go. Go.
He just wants it so
Go.
bad.
It's too.
Is it too?
Yeah, it's
Is it too small?
Oh,
it did it.
If Kyle hadn't wasted the red balloon, we would be fine, but Kyle wasted a red balloon.
That's what we do. But Battleline's a great game. It's one of my favorite games. Don't be put off by the way it looks.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a war game. It could be rethemed as anything, and it has been lately. But they still kind of made it war-ish.
It definitely always has like a war theme, and I don't feel that it carries that war
No,
theme.
it
Like I
doesn't.
mean, because it's very. You're doing set collection, competitive set collection. That's really all that this is. So.
But it's another game. If you don't know poker, it's going to hurt you.
Absolutely. Well, it's more like numbers.
So what we're trying to say in this episode is learn some poker. It's a great game. All the kids are playing it. It's on
All
TV.
the kids.
It's on ESPN, so it's a sport.
Every time
Money maker.
Every time I see someone wearing or playing poker, they're wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
So I just assume they're all cool.
They're all cool. They're so
That's not
cool.
true.
They're hella cool.
So
They're so verily true.
That's nothing.
that's bad.
So that's our poker theme today. We appreciate you guys. Mm-hmm. All 3 games we recommend. All 3 games we like. All 3 games I own. Yes, I own all 3.
We own all 3.
Yeah, but they're great games. Let's do some shout outs.
So Jackie Haas, as always, for the mugs. Christopher Rose
And
Dave Ryder.
for the intro music. Lee Steve for our designs. Sometimes we need to throw out a little bit of appreciation to our back of the house staff. And
Yes.
so
So our
at our
cats-
studios, we got we got Danielle and we got Tina, who are always super helpful in the background making this show run. So we want to throw a shout out to them, even though they're currently flipping us off, as we're thanking them.
And board
That's
game.
because last time I was told I wasn't helpful.
True.
We can cut that. Just kidding.
Board Game Republic. Go there. Give them money.
Give them
they
money.
like money.
Eat their delicious food.
They are-
Play all their board games.
Honestly, one of the few companies that are trying to make a profit. So
that's very true. They
they
are
would
nonprofit.
like you to go there, have fun, get value for that money.
Yes, exchange that fun and goods for
Now,
money.
Eric has this Ritter. He works there. He has this new policy of 50% tips. I don't think that's going to be actually. I don't think it's legal. So you don't have to tip him at all.
If you believe that taxation is theft, you just give it to him as a gift.
Yeah. In fact, if you tell him that you saw this on Sounding Board, he will waive his tip.
Yeah, he will actually give his tip into a sounding board fund.